Welcome to the latest Motley Fool Scoreboard. I'm on in Chocolate Balloon. We've got longtime fools Matt Frankel and Lou Whiteman giving a 1 to 10 rating to Moneyball Rec, Deere & Company, ticker symbol DE. First, we'll rate the strength of the business, including factors like industry and competition. A 10 is invincible. A 1 is hopeless. Matt's at a 7. Lou, you just got it at a 6.
Yeah, one of the best-known brands out there in the world, maybe, and a big piece of Americana. I mean, John Cougar Mellencamp made a career off of this company, basically. Its products are used at farms, construction sites, other industrial applications all over the place. They've invested in tech and modernization. It's growing higher margin tech-like revenue, helping farmers make good decisions about when to plant and how to take care of their crops. There's a lot to like, but there are some downsides here. First, there is a lot of competition, especially international competition from lower expense markets. The end markets tend to be highly cyclical. Farmers only tend to make large purchases in years where they have had strong crop yields, so it can be a boom and bust. Deere has also come under fire due to what some would say are anti-competitive policies when it comes to service and maintenance and kind of keeping people in the system. I end up with pretty good and not great, so I'm at a 6.
Yeah, I gave it a 7. My issues are more about the capital-intensive nature of the business and its cyclicality more so than the competition. They have a pretty dominant market share, especially in their core businesses. They have a 40% share of U.S. agricultural equipment, a 53% market share of tractors, and a 60% share of combines. Those aren't just percentages. I live in rural South Carolina, and asking me if I see Deere tractors on a regular basis is like asking if I see the sky. The North American agricultural equipment demand did decline by about 30% in 2025. So Lou's absolutely right. That's tariff issues. That's interest rates. There's a lot of factors that go into that. So I'd say a 7.
Little pink houses and big green tractors. For management, a 10 is Warren Buffett. A 1 is Homer Simpson. Matt's at a strong 8 is what I'll call it. And Lou is at a 7.
So Matt's probably right. CEO John May has been with the company since 97, been the CEO since 2019. That is an insider, right? He's done a good job navigating through some of these macro headwinds, pretty forward-looking when it comes to investing in technology. Those were all strong points. Most of the team has been in the industry, if not inside Deere, for decades too, which I like that. I think this is a sort of business where people who understand the end markets are important. You can't just have a generalist. Deere knows its markets. There have been some suggestions, again, about May locking in customers, which I don't know if that's a plus or a minus. It depends on if you're an investor or a customer. A bit of a ding there for some of the aggressiveness, but overall strong scores.
Yeah, it's like Anand said, I gave it a strong 8. I mean, I would add that he's done a great job of delivering for shareholders. Like Lou mentioned, he's been CEO for about 6 years now. Demand dropped 30% this year for U.S. agricultural products, and he still outpaced the S&P by about 55 percentage points since he took over. That's pretty impressive performance. So that's why I gave him a very strong 8.
For financials, a 10 is a fortress. A 1 is yikes. Both of you have 6s this time, Lou.
Yeah, revenue's been heading in the wrong direction. You can't really blame them on that. We have tariffs. We have uncertainty in key sales channels. Deere, to its credit, they're not sugarcoating it. It is what it is. But hey, there's no easy fix here. The good news is they can handle it. The balance sheet isn't amazing, but it's sustainable. And this is a period where they just have to sustain. There isn't a lot of reason for panic, but there isn't a lot of reason to get excited when I look at the financials either. They are just trying to get through it. There is a dividend here. They've done a good job at trimming their share count, so arguably doing what they can. I'm right down the middle, slightly positive again, a 6.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add. As Lou kind of mentioned, I'm at a 6 too. But as Lou mentioned, the sales over the past 12 months are 30% lower than they were at the peak. But it was, they didn't sugarcoat it. They predicted it. They said, here's what's going to happen, and they were right. Smart capital allocation. The share count's been down by 14% since May took over as CEO. Another reason he gets a strong 8 from me. The balance sheet, I would call it okay. It's a high debt business, but that's the nature of the business. About $44 billion in debt, $10 billion in cash on the balance sheet. Like Lou said, nothing to get particularly excited about, but nothing to be mad about either.
Matt, let's talk valuation. How well will Deere stock do over the next 5 years? How safe is it? 10's a sure thing, 1's a lottery ticket.
I said 5 to 10% with a safety score of 6. The brand's not going anywhere. Analysts do expect the business to rebound somewhat. They're projecting roughly an 8% growth rate in sales through at least 2027. But it's a highly cyclical business. It's tough to predict that far out. Like I said, the business is safe from threats, but that doesn't necessarily mean investors are going to do that well.
Yeah, so when I was thinking about this, headwinds are everywhere. We talked about farming, but forestry too. Tons of headwinds there. And given everything we've seen and the revenue numbers we've seen, the stock has actually held up pretty well. I think there's probably more downside potential than upside, at least in the near term. So I'm at 5 to 10%, kind of market perform-ish. I'm slightly higher on safety. I'm at a 7. The demand for the products is not going to go away. It's a question of timing. Deere is best in class for those products, so I think they'll be here. Matt, does it beat the markets? That's tougher to say, but it will be here.
Thanks to both Lou and to Matt. They've given Deere an overall score of just 6.3 out of 10. As you might guess, they both got top-its to that. Both of them prefer Caterpillar, ticker symbol CAT, to Deere. And Matt prefers Cummins, ticker symbol CMI, to Deere. Look out for a new scoreboard every market day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Next up is something good, I promise. Till then, Fool on.
Let's do Deere. I'm very familiar with this company living in rural South Carolina.